Hi, welcome to LB0 Fox India Norwegian Ham Ventures. I'm Morten, LB0 Fox India. And I don't know if you remember last year's 5 Papa Zero Tango expedition. It was a lot of fun. And the next trip is only days away. It's the TEHRS Meetup in the Black Forest of Germany, happening from July 30th till August 2nd. We're going to be 20 operators from all around Europe and Canada meeting up there to do parks on the air, summits on the air, worldwide bunkers on the air. We're basically going to have a lot of fun down there. And if you want to know more about this trip, unfortunately it's too late to sign up, but if you want to know more, there's going to be a European Ham Radio show stream about it tonight. I'm not sure if I'm going to get this video edited and out there before that, but I'll leave a link down below to that stream so you can see that. But I want to talk a little bit about how you pack for a trip like this. Last year, I drove back and forth, and packing was a lot easier. This year, I'm hitching a ride with one of the other participants down to Germany, and I'm flying home. Luckily, my gear can stay in his car, but, well, I do need to prepare a little bit and think a little bit more about what I bring and still bring the necessities and a little bit more. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and see what I actually brought. Let's start with the simplest piece of gear, which was at one point all I thought I'd ever need in ham radio. And boy, was I wrong. But the HTs, I'm going to bring two HTs, and two HTs from totally different ends of the spectrum. The first one is the VGC N76. It's been my favorite radio for more than a year now. It has APRS. It has satellite mode. It has the ability to program it through an app. It has a TNC, a Bluetooth TNC, so you can do WinLink and such stuff on it, and packet radio. And it's just a rugged and nice radio. And most important of all, it's USB-C chargeable. Second radio I'm going to bring is from total different end of the spectrum. This is the Alinco, and I got to actually look at what it is. It's the Alinco DJ-S11. It's a 2 meter only. I think it's 2.5 watts. Very compact HT. Not good for long range comms, but excellent for when hams are close together, as we're going to be at some parts of the spectrum. And besides that, it packs down really compact. And should I run out of battery? Let's see if I can get this thingy open. It runs on 3 AA cells. So yeah, it's relatively easy to get going. And those are the HTs I'm going to bring. Two different types of HTs, but they're good at different things. So I figured, why not bring one, bring two. You're seeing that my plan to pack light is already at this moment going to go sideways. And now on to my next couple of pieces of gear. HF-wise, I'm just going to stretch outside frame for the first one here. This is my G90 kit. I've made a video on it, but in here I have the G90, the DE19. I have a battery. I have mics and cables, coax, everything I'm going to need to operate the G90 out portable. So the G90 is my first HF kit. I'm actually bringing more than one though. So yeah, we'll take a look at that as well. And the second HF kit is this beast. This is my 706 kit. I'm not going to show you the details of it. I've shown you this backpack a lot of times. I'm going to open it up here a little bit so you can at least see the insides and get somewhat of an idea what's here. And what we do have in here is, of course, the 706 Mark II-G. We have a battery, we have some cables, different kinds of tape, coax, 10 spikes, straps, the Little Dude 6, a little bit of an adapter kit, a tuner, and an antenna analyzer. This is a little bit of more of a complete kit than the G90 kit, and I do fear, since we've had some bad luck with bands in the summer, that 100 watt might be the option. I also have the DigiRig in here, so I have the option of running digitally on this one. And we spoke about the Little Dude mast here. Just gonna get this zipped up here. Um, sometimes you want more than 6 meters. So I'm bringing the Chinese spider beam clone here. Proven to be a good antenna, but as I said in the video, it's not that much cheaper than a genuine spider beam. So honestly, if I was going to get this again, I'd go for a genuine spider beam. But this mast is solid. It's sturdy. It can handle most antennas without problem. And when it comes to antennas, I'm of course bringing my favorite vertical here, the MA12. Just going to open this up. You've seen this a lot of times before. I have the legs for the stand here. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring the stand or not, but the legs can stay in here. The ground spike, the whip, everything you need in here. 40 through 2 basically, if you want to tune it. So that's going to be one of the antennas I bring. And the rest of the gear, antennas and everything is stacked into this Peli type case. It's not a genuine Peli case, but let's get it open and see what's inside it though. And just take a look at the miscellaneous gear I'm bringing. And yes, Simon, I hope you have room in your car for this. And I'm going to try to do this handheld. I'm going to watch the Lego flower here. It's a full-size Lego flower. So if you want a full-size Lego flower, this is probably the one to get. And you can already see that I got to kind of help get it popped open here. We have a laptop here, the Lenovo. That's one of my recommendations for ham gear. It's a tough one. Can last pretty much anything. I got the JPC12 here. I got the Adjust-A-Wave by Colin MM0 OPX here with the ballon from Radio Stuff. Got a Ribakov, got a radiostuff.com Flight 10 XL, spare battery, a dipole, spare coax, battery charger, multimeter, a little bit of tools, a 9-to-1. So yeah, pretty much anything you'd need gear-wise in this case. And most hams would probably be satisfied with about half the amount of gear that I've actually brought for this. But, well, don't worry, there's more. First of all, a mag mount. Basically, because we're driving down there, and it might be fun to let the co-driver actually do some HF mobile while driving down there. Secondly, it allows for quick park activations. So mag mount, and there's no use for a mag mount without this. This is a fishing rod bag, and this organizes all my ham sticks. I'm not going to open it now. It has ham sticks from 20 through 10. Excellent to keep your ham sticks organized in. There's a separate room for, or separate compartment for every ham stick in here. Makes it really easy to keep that organized. And my good friends, that's the radio equipment I'm bringing to Germany. Besides that, I'll have a bag of clothes, and I'll have a bag with my work computer. Since, well, actually, I am organizing this trip through my day job. I work as a travel agent, so I actually have this as a project at my work, organizing this trip. So I need to bring my work computer. In that bag, there's a lot of computery stuff in case we should need that. And I'll also be bringing a bag of clothes. It's going to be warm down in Pforzheim in Germany. It's going to be 35 plus degrees all weekend next week. So yeah, I'm probably going to pack real light clothing wise. But that's the gear I'm bringing to Germany. What would you bring for a ham radio trip? If you're going on this trip, what are you bringing? Should I have brought something else? Have I brought too much? Have I brought too little? Although I really doubt I've brought too little. Let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, thumbs up please, you know the drill. If you dislike this video, thumbs down, so it'll give me an indication of what works and doesn't work. Also, if you're not subscribed, do remember to subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, there are links down below to memberships, super chats, super thanks, super whatever, and other ways to financially support this channel. all proceedings that I get financially into the channel goes back to running the channel. So that's the way it is. Hope you liked it. I'll see you guys down the bands. I'll see you in my next video, which will be on the way to Germany, 7-3, my friends.